Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Armory in the heart of the campus of Bismarck State College. The visiting Montana Western Bulldogs are 9-12 with a 7-7 conference record, looking for the season sweep of the Mystics. Meanwhile, the Mystics are 3-16 with a 1-13 conference record, looking for their second Frontier Conference win after a thriller against Dickinson State on Wednesday. I'm Isaiah Johnson on the mic, joined by
Eli Nyhammer. Welcome, everybody.
It's good to have you in the broadcast tonight. Montana Western is coached by Coach Katie Lovett in her 7th season. Last year, the Bulldogs had quite a bit of success, finishing 25-10 overall last year, which is good for 3rd in the Frontier Conference. Their last matchup was against Valley City State at home, where they struggled, getting swept 3-0 by the Valley City State Vikings. Meanwhile, the Mystics on Wednesday night played in-state rival Dickinson State, and that was quite a thrilling matchup. It was Wear Pink Night, supporting breast cancer awareness, and Mystics looked pretty good throughout that entire match. They actually had 2 more total points than Dickinson State, but Dickinson State pulled it out with some clutch play in sets 1 and 4, winning each of those by just 2 points. Mystics look to rebound and build off of that here tonight. We'll send it over to the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Tonight, your Bismarck State Mystics volleyball team hosts the Montana Western Bulldogs. On behalf of Bismarck State College President Dr. Dan Langgang, Athletic Director Myron Schultz, and the rest of the Mystics family, we welcome you to tonight's volleyball game. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, move all headgear, place your right hand over your heart as we honor this great nation and our troops, past and present, as our band plays the national anthem. Bismarck State College welcomes all student athletes, officials, and spectators to tonight's contest. As a member of the NAIA and the Frontier Conference, we are committed to the true spirit of competition and being champions of character, demonstrated through 5 core values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We ask everyone in attendance to abide by these values and create a positive environment in which our student athletes may compete, our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. The officials for tonight's contest is Dana Henry, Naomi Erdahl, line judges Megan Bewley and Christy Mosher. And now let's meet tonight's non-starters for the Bulldogs. Number 1, Sophie Warden. Number 2, Savannah Warburton. Number 6, Jado Ward. Number 10, Maxine Hoagland. Number 12, Antonia Duncan. Number 13, Jaden Perez. Number 14, Kara Pospisil. Number 15, Megan Hardman. Number 17, Avery Look. Number 19, Jordan Olson. Number 20, Morgan Harrison. And number 22, Kennedy Lingenfelter. And now for tonight's starters for the Bulldogs. Number 4, Madison Frazier. Number 7, Taylor Ketchum. Number 9, Danny Brown. Number 11, Nora Dominic. Number 16, Olivia Rossborough. And number 18, Taylor Peterson. The head coach of the Bulldogs is Katie Lovett. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Mystics Volleyball recognizes the key people that deliver the main ingredients and delivering mission of the school. Tonight is Faculty Staff Appreciation Night. A few of our players have chosen faculty or staff member that have been influential to them. Now let's meet the non-starters for your Bismarck State College Mystics. Number 1, Kylie Hubner. Number 4, Ashley Martadam with Kelsey Mengi. Number 5, Casey Simmons. Number 6, Shayna Roach with Amber Thompson. Number 8, Kate Zimmer. Number 9, Paige McAllister with Shania Gertz. Number 10, McKenna Brendel. Number 11, Hannah Thiel. Number 15, Deidre Wood. Number 17, Maddie Jeffro. Number 18, Kennedy Sin. And now let's meet the starters for your Bismarck State College Mystics. Number 2, Brooklyn Sand. Number 3, Delaney Deschamps with Danica Allard. Number 7, Summer Thomas. Number 12, Reese Stuchler. Number 13, Piper Harris. And number 14, Emerson Careful with Kim Kohler. And lastly, number 16, Chelsea Crum with Becky Ziegler. The head coach of the Mystics is Kyle Keither.
Valley City State, rather. And they had a tough go all around getting any sort of consistency in the offense, as Valley City State had more kills, assists, digs, blocks, and aces than Montana Western. A particularly astute observation is it was 9-2 in favor of Valley City State in blocks. That is an area that BSC Mystics have improved in recently. We'll see if they can keep that defensive prowess going. Meanwhile, the Mystics against Dickinson State on Wednesday played very strongly. They jumped out to a 10-3 lead in sets 2 and 3, but in set 2, they gave up an 11-0 run, which got Dickinson State over the edge. They rebounded in set 3, but could not take it in set 4. It was quite a nail-biting match, but one that the Mystics could not quite come out on top. But they're looking to build off of that momentum here and steal a win against Montana Western. The last time these two teams met, the Bulldogs came away with a 3-0 victory, sweeping the Mystics and hitting 298 as a team, which was their season high so far. Now I'll send it over to Eli for some play-by-play.
That serve coming in from Montana West was misreceived by the Mystics there, and that'll be the first point in favor of the Montana West team. Is set from Deschamps and a spike from Thomas. That'll be a kill for Thomas. Point Mystics.
Summer Thomas broke out on Wednesday night against Dickinson State with 10 kills and 4 blocks. The combination of Deschamps and Thomas was a lot for Dickinson State to deal with.
That will be a point for the Bulldogs. Now in to serve Harrison for the Bulldogs. An attack from Carfo blocked by the Western defenders. Blocked out of bounds. That'll be a point, Mystics. Serve underway from Harris. That'll be a back set to Nora Dominic of the Bulldogs. That will deflect off the Mystics defenders and go out of bounds. It'll be a kill for her and a point for the Bulldogs. Now serving for the Bulldogs, Ketchum, the libero.
You can sneak a serve by you every now and then with 14 aces so far in the year.
Set all the way over to Avery Look. Will find hard wood on the Mystics side. That'll be a point for the Bulldogs. A ball into the ceiling monster. Deschamps reads it and Crom sends it over. That'll be a block from Martindam and Crom, getting the Mystics the point.
Martindam and Crom were a dynamic duo on Wednesday night, getting 11 total blocks combined. Martindam with 6 and Crom with 5. Those two have been working in sync recently for the Mystics.
Indubitably. Now serving for the Bulldogs, Warden. She sends one to Harris. Deschamps passes that over to Martindam. She can't quite get it over the net. That'll be a point for the Bulldogs. Warden will see herself another serve. Big diving effort from Deschamps, but the Mystics are not able to get that ball back over the net. That'll be another point for Warden of the Bulldogs and a service ace.
That's the sort of effort you're going to see from Delaney Deschamps every time she's on the field, or on the court rather. On Wednesday night, she played the entire game and tallied 39 assists and 10 digs. She was all over the court on Wednesday.
Diving effort there from the Bulldogs, but the ceiling monster spits it out where there is in no man's land. Point Mystics. Sand with the serve. It'll be a ball sent askew by Avery Look of the Bulldogs. That'll be the Mystics' 5th point. Service ace for Brooklyn Sand. Set from Deschamps back to Crom there. That is tipped. Mystics get another chance. A little miscommunication will result in the Bulldogs' point. They are now leading by 3.
Both teams just scrambling a bit on that play, trying to find their footing. In that case, there was a miscommunication between Reese Dukeshire and Brooklyn Sand.
Dukeshire picks them back up with a kill, giving the Mystics their 6th point. Now serving for the Mystics will be Chelsea Crom.
Reese Dukeshire is nearing 200 kills on the season. She has 181 leading into this game. A back set there to Maxine Hoagland will find hard wood and be a kill for her and a point for the Bulldogs. Now serving for the Bulldogs is going to be Jada Ward.
Tough receive from Roach and a set from Deschamps to Dukeshire. Breaks the wall of the Bulldogs defenders. That'll be a kill for Dukeshire.
Yeah, that was some precision on display. She had a breakout night on Wednesday, leading all players with 14 kills, and she was hitting them from all over the court. One of the best nights she's had so far this year.
Carfell gets an opportunity and sends it just out of bounds. That'll be the 10th point for the Bulldogs, giving them double digits.
One thing you'll see out of this Bulldog squad is they really like to spread around the attack. On their previous meeting against BSC, they had 3 players with 8 kills, but no one sniffing double digits. They really like to spread the ball around, get a look they like, instead of just focusing on individual player statistics.
A very nice back set from Deschamps over to Dukeshire. Will get Dukeshire another kill.
That's just perfection from the Mystics. Look at Deschamps leading Dukeshire into that, getting all the power behind it, and that is a task to stop on the other side. That's what you love to see from the Mystics.
Dukeshire will now get to serve. Now serving for the Bulldogs will be number 10, Maxine Hoagland. Will be received by Martyrdam. Set from Deschamps back to Martyrdam. Received by the libero. Catching. This time Thomas gets a chance. That'll be a good receive from number 18, Taylor Peterson.
Sometimes you just got to switch up the formula. And for Montana Western, that meant you get a look at a kill, you take it. Even if it's not on the 3rd hit, Mystics weren't ready for it. Smart play from the Bulldogs.
That'll be a kill for Dominic, hitting into the Mystics defenders, and the Mystics not being able to recover that.
Mystics still looking to get their defense organized. That was one of their strengths, and they've been improving so far this season. But so far, they're not quite in rhythm.
A joust at the net. End up on the Mystics side. Martyrdam gets an opportunity. Bulldogs are scrambling for the ball. Mystics find themselves set up. Martyrdam gets a kill opportunity. Hits it into the net. That'll be a point for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs' defense has looked really improved from their game against Valley City State so far. Led by Taylor Ketchum, their libero. She's been putting a spark into this team here early. And down 5, Coach Keithler wants to talk things over with his squad. What are you seeing so far from the Mystics here, Eli?
Well, I mean, it looks like they just might need to clean some things up. I don't see any particular thing maybe that needs to be changed, but just a little more consistency, particularly on their conversions when they're getting set up. I would think that they probably want to find ground a little more often with their attacks. Montana Western's doing a great job of recovering their spikes and making sure that they're getting them back over the net and even setting themselves up well off of the Mystics spikes. They're not letting the Mystics run with anything.
Yeah, we've been seeing players, all sorts of players on Montana Western, hit the deck, lay out with one arm. They're playing with a lot of spunk early. They already have 8 digs. And most importantly, their hitting percentage early is .429. They've been very efficient, getting a lot of close looks right at the net, not giving the Mystics a lot of space to prepare for those attacks coming in. But Reese Dukeshire, the Mystics kill leader, is off to a great start with 4 kills and an 800 percentage. When she's on, the Mystics are a much better team overall.
It'll be a back set over to Carfell. Western will get the kill there. Seems as if we were just talking about that they are not letting balls just go. They are definitely doing a good job of defending.
Yeah, that play really demonstrates how Montana Western has succeeded so far, getting those digs, but then also hitting it over unconventionally instead of setting up their offense that are trying to catch the Mystics by surprise, and it's working.
That'll be a kill for number 17, Avery Look of the Bulldogs. It'll deflect off the Mystics blockers, go out of bounds. Number 20, Morgan Harrison, will continue her service reign after this ace she just showed us, pushing the lead to 8 for the Bulldogs.
There's been some miscommunication errors with this squad. It's a much different starting lineup look than it was on Wednesday night. They're still trying to find their spirit. Wow. Kept that one alive.
Impressive.
Emerson Carfell hitting the deck.
An impressive save from Carfell, however. Avery Look will find herself the kill there to conclude that rally.
Coach Kyle Keither talking things over with his assistant coaches, trying to figure out what is the problem right now for this team. Down 9 as Montana Western is on a huge run, really starting to run away with this game.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of a service reign here from number 20, Morgan Harrison. She's had 2 consecutive net balls that have just rolled over the edge. As everybody knows, those can be near impossible to receive.
Yeah, when things are going well, they're going well. And Coach Keither communicating to his kill leader, Reese Dukeshire, on some of the strategies BSC is trying to implement. Down big, Montana Western is on an 8-0 run behind the serves of Morgan Harrison. Something that Mystics have struggled with is they've given up these long service reigns to various players, and that makes it really hard to get back into the game. They're still trying to break into double digits.
Another shallow serve received by Carfell, passed to Deschamps, and she sets it back to Carfell, and she slams that ball down, finally ending the reign of number 20, Morgan Harrison. Now serving for the Mystics will be Piper Harris.
Harris does lead the Mystics in aces.
A big block from Crom and Martindale. Excuse me, that'll be a kill for the Bulldogs.
They found just enough space. The ball came straight down on the Mystic side.
That'll be another kill for number 17, Avery Look of the Bulldogs. She is definitely starting off hot. Short serve from the Bulldogs. That'll be a point Mystics.
Avery Look as Eli just mentioned, is off to a blazing start. 6 for 6 on kills, a perfect percentage. Mystics trying to figure out how to slow her down.
Set over to Martindam. That'll be blocked by number 11, Nora Dominic, and number 22, Kennedy Lingenfelter. That will give the Bulldogs their 21st point.
Montana Western holding on to a .579 hitting percentage early, which is impressive given they're playing without number 19, one of their stars, Jordan Olson, who has 145 kills so far on the year.
Now serving for the Mystics will be Brooklyn Sand. Dukeshire will hit that ball hard off the hands of the Bulldogs blockers and go out of bounds. That'll be a kill for Dukeshire. Mystics 13th point. Sand with another serve, received by the libero Ketchum. And it will find itself over to a Bulldogs attacker and get sent out of bounds. Point Mystics.
Mystics have 14 points here early, and 6 of those Reese Dukeshire is responsible for. She's off to a hot start.
The ball will find itself just out of reach of the Mystics there. Another point to the Bulldogs. Well, Isaiah, do you think the Mystics can make a comeback here? Or do you think the Bulldogs pull away too far?
It's looking doubtful. Right now, the Bulldogs are looking really strong. I think the Mystics have to regroup after this first set, try and figure out some rhythm. Just an incredible scrap from the Bulldogs, keeping this play alive. Number 7 again.
Yeah, Ketchum, the libero for the Bulldogs, is definitely putting in the work. She is saving her team on multiple occasions.
She had a total of 309 digs entering this game, and I can see why. She has been very impressive early this afternoon.
Deschamps will set that to Thomas, and Thomas will earn herself the kill. Now serving for the Mystics, Chelsea Crown. Good diving effort from Ketchum of the Bulldogs. However, the Mystics had an answer and hammered that ball down. A little bit of a comeback going on here, huh, Isaiah?
You could say so. Mystics scored the last, 4 points? A little bit of a spark here. This is what we saw from them on Wednesday night. They're starting to get organized. Delaney Deschamps finding her rhythm and working well, especially with Summer Thomas and Reese Dukeshire. Mystics are playing without number 8, their primary setter, Kate Zimmer, as she is dealing with a lingering injury. As I mentioned earlier, Deschamps played the entire match on Wednesday and is putting it all on the line for her team. Bulldogs already have 12 total kills, whereas the Mystics have 13. But the real difference is in the hitting percentage, as after those past few plays, BSC's percentage has risen to 171, Montana Western has fallen a bit to 385, but that discrepancy is still enough for a 5-point advantage for the Bulldogs.
A huge hammering hit by Lingenfelter of the Bulldogs will be undiggable. She'll earn herself the kill, and the Bulldogs are 23rd point. Now serving for the Bulldogs, number 8, or excuse me, number 6, Ward. The ball will be blocked by the Bulldogs, earning them their 24th point. It is now match point. Set from Deschamps to Dukeshire. That will be blocked and give the Bulldogs their 25th point, earning them the first set victory.
That was an absolute denial from the Bulldogs on Reese Dukeshire. Rosborough and Brown teaming up on that one. Well, the Montana Western Bulldogs are off to a good start, up 1-0 with a 25-17 set 1 victory. We'll be right back to see how the cards fall in set number 2. Welcome back to the Armory for set 2 between the visiting Montana Western Bulldogs and the home Bismarck State Mystics. Story of that game was a game of runs for the Montana Western Bulldogs. One run in particular of 8 points right in the middle of that set. It was 10-7 early, but Bulldogs pulled away and the Mystics rallied a little bit late, but the timeout really got Montana Western settled and they were able to close it out. They finished with an impressive 407 hitting percentage against the Mystics, and this has been a theme in their matchup so far. This is the second meeting between these two teams, and the first time they met, Montana Western got a 298 overall hitting percentage against the Mystics, really finding success against this defense. For whatever reason, they're finding gaps and they're landing it on the hardwood. Reese Dukeshire leads the Mystics with 7 kills on a 333 percentage. And Avery Look has still not missed. She is 6 for 6.
It's quite impressive, Isaiah.
No kidding.
Starting us off here, Deschamps with the serve for the Mystics. That will be followed up with a kill by number 9, Danny Brown. Now serving for the Bulldogs will be number 20, Morgan Harrison. She was the server that found herself that 8-point run in the prior set.
Number 16, Olivia Roseborough.
Man, she's getting no spin on those serves.
Mystics would like nothing better than to keep Morgan Harrison off of the service line.
Yes, indeed. That ball will hit the ceiling and get spit out straight down. It'll be a point for the Bulldogs. Harrison will get her third serve here. Be received by Sam. The back set from Deschamps. That'll be a kill from Dukeshire. Sends it right back at the server, and she was unable to handle it.
That is a rare attack from the middle from Reese Dukeshire. Usually you'll see Summer Thomas or Chelsea Crom, but the Mystics mixing things up a bit, trying to find some rhythm.
That ball will be sent just out of bounds by number 11, Nora Dominic of the Bulldogs. It'll give the Mystics their second point. Now serving for the Mystics is Duke Schur. Thomas gets herself a chance, gets blocked. That'll be a point for the Bulldogs, courtesy of Roseboro. That will be a dotted service ace for the Bulldogs, courtesy of the libero number 7, Taylor Ketchum.
Looks like a tradition of the Montana Western Bulldogs to have one player do the worm after every service ace. So keep an eye on that as a fun little Easter egg.
Good eyes, Isaiah. I didn't pick up on that. Ketchum will get herself another serve here. Back attack from Duke Schur. And a set to Kennedy Lingenfelter will get herself the kill.
Lingenfelter's been a little quiet so far in this one, but anything but on the season, as she is the leader in kills for this squad with 152 entering this matchup. She does average 2.14 kills per set. But as I was mentioning earlier, Montana Western really likes to spread around the attack, get different players involved. Avery Look had a huge first set. Haven't seen her yet, but they're really spreading the ball around and having a lot of success, keeping the Mystics on their back foot, trying to recover. Eli, what do you think the Mystics can do to get back into this one, down 5 early?
Man, I'm not too sure. Seems like the Bulldogs have an answer for almost everything. They're hot. They are on a streak, and it's hard to stop them. They found their streak last set, and seems like they're finding one here. It feels like every server they have goes on a little bit of a run. The Mystics have to find a way to get hot themselves, I suppose.
And a big reason why is Ketchum serving now.
With an absolute dotted service ace, courtesy of Ketchum there.
Ace number 7, Taylor Ketchum.
Already 4 aces and 4 worms for the Montana Western Bulldogs.
Ketchum had the hot hand there, however, she just sent one into the net. That'll be a point for the Mystics on a service error.
The Mystics want to get something going. Having Piper Harris serving is good news, as she is the best at getting aces for the Mystics.
Now serving for the Bulldogs will be number 1, Sophie Warden. Good received by Duke Schur, pass from Deschamps. You have to excuse me there. A ball just came flying right at me and Isaiah. A little bit of a distraction. Gotta make sure everything stays safe over here. We'll see a service ace there by Montana Western Bulldogs, courtesy of number 1, Sophie Warden. Her service reign will be ended by another service error going into the net. We'll give the Mystics their 4th point.
Aces have been a big problem for the Mystics this year as they're getting out-aced 129 to 57 on the year. This is something they've been looking to clean up.
That attack from Crom will be blocked by number 2, Savannah Warburton.
Number 2, Savannah Warburton.
Now serving for the Bulldogs will be number 4, Madison Frazier. And that'll be a service ace. The ball will find itself in the hands of Lingenfelter, and she will hit it down, earning herself the kill. Frazier will get another serve. And a crafty play from Deschamps there to end the streak. That'll get the Mystics their 5th point.
Sometimes you just need some creativity from your setter. And the Mystics needed something down 10. They really need to get on a run and get themselves back into this set.
A quick set there to Lingenfelter will be sent out of bounds. That'll be a point Mystics.
The strategy has been working. Sophie Warden in the middle, giving these short sets. And the middle has been very effective. Mystics finally get a block.
The ball will find itself in the hands of number 10, Maxine Hoagland, and she will get herself the kill.
Hoagland now with 3 kills. The balanced attack has been working extremely effectively for the Bulldogs thus far. Harris with back-to-back saves. Wow.
Very impressive.
Impressive stuff from Piper Harris. 2 balls sent straight at her. She was able to keep the play alive.
They set across court over to Dukeshire. Will ricochet off the hands of the Bulldogs defender and go out of bounds. That'll be a kill for Dukeshire. Mystics' 8th point.
Reese Dukeshire already at 10 kills for the Mystics with a .368 percentage.
That will be a nicely placed serve by Crom. That'll be the 9th point for the Mystics. Mystics now finally finding a little fire, seemingly.
Crom has been improving her serving over the course of the season, having 2 aces last night and a huge one right there.
We will now witness a serve from number 18, Taylor Peterson. Ball will be centered to the net by the Bulldogs defenders. That'll be the Mystics' 10th point.
Like you're saying, Eli, the Mystics finally look a little bit more comfortable, finding the rhythm with the personnel they have on the court right now, looking to keep it going.
Number 16, Olivia Roseborough.
Now serving for the Bulldogs will be number 20, Morgan Harrison. And that will be a kill for Summer Thomas of the Mystics.
Summer Thomas did enter concussion protocol last month on the road. Ever since then, she's been working her way back into the lineup. She had a huge night against Dickinson State and is starting to get back into the offense, which is really fun to see if you're a Mystics fan.
Serving the Mystics here is Reese Dukeshire. Sends that serve long. That'll be the 18th point for the Bulldogs.
Reese Dukeshire has a unique serving technique, standing way far back and electing for a hard hit ball flying just over the net. In that case, it didn't work out.
Set from Deschamps to Thomas. Thomas will get another kill.
Not sure if that was intentional or not, but that one just grazed off the fingertips, finding a zone, and it'll work for the Mystics.
Take what you can get, right, Isaiah?
Oh, you bet. We've been seeing a little more miscommunication from the Mystics this game. Probably still trying to find their rhythm with Delaney Deschamps in the entire time. Typically they rotate her with Kate Zimmer, but she's working with the girls, trying to get them on the same page. And they're starting to find something in the second set.
See a nice set there from Deschamps to Carfell. Carfell will hit that ball down hard, earn herself the kill. Serve here now from Shayna Roach.
What a dig from Dukeshire.
You see a set there over to Brendel, and she will get the kill.
Leads now 4. Can the Mystics do this?
Well, as we know, only time will tell. But they're definitely fighting.
Coach Katie Lovett wants a timeout with her squad as the lead has narrowed to 3. Impressive rallying from the Mystics. We're really seeing Summer Thomas, Emerson Carfell get involved here on this run. But more importantly, it's just the Montana Western Bulldogs having a few more errors, not being quite as precise. And the Mystics are finally lining up their blockers, making it more difficult for Montana Western to land those attacks. And interestingly, the hit percentage of Montana Western is now .298, which was the final percentage of the last time these two squads met. .298 is still very impressive, but the Mystics percentage is climbing. It's gradually climbing. It's now at 133. The total kills is pretty similar, with Montana Western having 23 and BSC having 21, but the real difference is in attack errors. Mystics have 13 attack errors, whereas the Montana Western Bulldogs have only 6. service aces also favor the Bulldogs. 5 service aces as opposed to 2 for the Mystics.
We'll see a set there over to Brendel, and she'll hit that into the net. That'll be the Bulldogs' 20th point.
The second time we've seen that from the Mystics, trying to send it cross court from that front left corner. They just can't find the touch yet.
Good save from Brendel, setting up a back attack for Dukeshire. However, she will send that ball just out of bounds.
That's
Excuse
hustle.
me. That ball will be inbounds. That'll be a kill for Dukeshire. That will be a big kill for number 9, Danny Brown of the Bulldogs.
At that point, the Bulldogs were scrambling a bit, but their setter found Danny Brown all alone on the left side, and with all the traffic, they just sent it to the open zone, found the kill.
Set from Deschamps to Crom. Crom will get the kill.
Number 16, Chelsea Crum.
That is her first connection on the night with already 8 total attempts, and that is rare for the Mystics inside hitter, as she is second in the Frontier Conference in hitting percentage at around .350. So she's looking to get going and jumpstart the Mystics.
That ball will be sent straight down by number 16, Olivia Roseborough of the Bulldogs. There was no stopping that.
Mystics rallying, but this lead has stayed to right around 4. And if you're the Mystics, you can't settle for just trading points. You have to start going on a little run.
Dukeshire hammers that ball down. It gets deflected straight up into the ceiling. That'll be a kill for Dukeshire, a point for the Mystics.
Dukeshire just adding to her incredible night. 12 kills with a .409 clip. And that's something for her this season. She gets a lot of kills, but there's often errors mixed into that. But she has a very impressive percentage so far tonight.
That'll be a block from number 16, Olivia Roseborough. She was not fooled on that one.
A bit low on the angle from Emerson Carfell. And that's a tough point for the Mystics to lose. Keither knows this is an inflection point for his squad. Down 4 with Montana Western only needing 2 more to take it. We haven't seen BSC come back from this sort of a score yet this season, but they're looking to. But in any case, they're starting to find rhythm and maybe liking their chances better for set 3, trying to pull off a comeback on the later side of this match. Any thoughts, Eli?
Well, all I know is that this is a pivotal set. They go down here, they're in trouble. They get their backs against the wall right here. They're 1 point away from match point, 2 points away from loss, 2 points away from being down 2-0 in terms of sets. That's not a good look.
Yeah, they started a pretty good comeback against Dickinson State, but weren't quite able to finish it. Even though they matched a lot of the statistical qualities, they couldn't just finish it. They didn't have that final killing blow, and Dickinson State ended up being a little more clutch. Mystics trying to find their clutch gene in their first season in the Frontier Conference, facing new competition. They've been showing growth.
That will be a attack from Dukeshire sent just out of bounds. That'll be match point for the Bulldogs.
It had some MPH on it. Eli just sticks out his big paw, stopping that momentum.
The Mystics will find their 20th point there. They will need 5 straight, or at least 4 straight, to send it into extended play. They will not find that. That'll be the 25th point on that kill from the Bulldogs. That'll be 2-0 Bulldogs.
And with that, Bulldogs take it 25-20. Mystics showing some fighting spirit, but down big, looking to come back after this intermission. Welcome back to the Armory in the intermission between sets 2 and 3 between the visiting Montana Western Bulldogs and the defending BSC Mystics. Montana Western is 7-7 in the conference, right in the middle of the pack, whereas BSC is 1-13, still trying to find their footing in their first year in the Frontier Conference. In the words of Logan Hoff, our sports information director, Mystics are doing better, but a little better, only a little better. They're starting to improve on their percentage, improving from 108 to 129, but that still was not enough. Their defense really improved, though, as they nearly cut the hitting percentage of Montana Western in half from 407 to 211. But in both sets, Montana Western landed 13 kills for a total of 26. They're still led by Avery Look, number 17, although she did not get any kills in the second set. The attack has been led by Nora Dominic and Olivia Rosborough, Danny Brown, Maxine Hoagland, and Kennedy Lingenfelter all contributing. But this is the philosophy of the Bulldogs, get everyone involved, and their setter has been doing an excellent job of coordinating the offense, getting good looks, and it's been a tall task for the Mystics. Reese Dukeshire doing everything she can for her Mystic squad, now at 12 kills, doubling the next highest player, that being Avery Look. Summer Thomas right behind with 5 kills on a 444 clip. Mystics leaders are doing pretty well at procuring those kills, but the rest of the squad is struggling to get those looks, to find those accurate attacks. And they've been falling victim to some big runs from Montana Western.
Well, Isaiah, what do you think they need to do, the Mystics,
to more
come
points
back?
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Fair enough.
But I think they need to score, but primarily it's just getting other people involved in on the attack. Reese Dukeshire, Summer Thomas doing a great job, but the rest of the squad hasn't been a huge threat to Montana Western. So Delaney Deschamps just looking to spread the ball around, get her girls involved.
There will be a kill for number 9, Danny Brown, starting this game off. The first point for the Bulldogs. Little miscommunication there. That ball will be sent out of bounds by the Mystics. Second point in favor of the Bulldogs.
Emerson Carfell and Reese Dukeshire both gunning for that ball. No one called for it, so they're still looking for some better communication.
That'll be a well-placed ball from Dukeshire, earning herself another kill. And the Mystics' first point of this third set here.
She has 13 kills now, very comparable to her 14 yesterday, but in 4 sets. She's on a blazing pace.
Big kill from Thomas there. That'll tie this set up. Dukeshire will get to serve again.
Montana Western trying to get the backboard involved, but unfortunately for them, that is illegal.
It'll be a back attack for Dukeshire there. Very well struck ball. Montana Western does a good job getting it back over the net. Deschamps will set up Carfel, and Carfel will tap that ball over the blocker for the Bulldogs. That'll earn herself the kill.
Deschamps really starting to find her rhythm. Now with 20 assists so far tonight.
We'll see a service ace from Dukeshire here.
This is huge for the Mystics. Against Dickinson State, they had some really scorching starts. And that's really important for them to get heated early. And those have been when they've had success, when they come out of the gate with guns firing. We have a little bit of confusion here from the ref. We're trying to get things sorted out. Looks like we are ready to resume.
Be a good pass from Dukeshire over to Brendel. Brendel will get the kill.
Reese Dukeshire doing it all, saying, I can set too, Deschamps.
That'll be a service error there. Point Bulldogs. Serving for the Bulldogs, Morgan Harrison.
We've been calling her name quite a bit. She's been the engine behind this Montana Western squad tonight.
No kidding. I wonder if she might be the person they need right now to turn this set around.
Once again, that cross-court attack from the front of the net, not quite working out for the Mystics. Maybe they need to change their tactics.
That'll be another kill for Look. She increases her kill number to 7. Set from Deschamps over to Brendel. If she'll send that ball long, that'll land in there. That'll be the Mystics' 6th point, giving them the lead here.
This little combo of Deschamps, or receiver to Deschamps back to the receiver, has been working out for the Mystics. They've had success with both Carfel and Brendel.
Nice serve from Harris, sent just long. That'll be a point for the Bulldogs.
Mystics are usually pretty disciplined from the service line. Some of these uncharacteristic errors are just halting their momentum.
Dukeshire will find herself with an opportunity to get a back attack. She'll send that one just out of bounds, giving the Bulldogs the lead here.
Bulldogs hitting percentage still at .304. They've been poking a lot of holes in this Mystics defense.
We seem to be finding a little disagreement with the call here. I think the Mystics believe that they got a hand under that ball. The refs disagree. That'll be a point for the Bulldogs.
Things got a little heated here in the Armory. Coach Kyle Keither was not happy with that call.
See a serve here from number 1, Sophie Warden. Received by Roach. It'll be a pass from Deschamps over to Brandel. Brandel will get that kill there as the Bulldogs defender will ricochet it out of bounds.
It's big for the Mystics, making something out of a situation where things were not looking up. Look at Deschamps going up right next to 6'1" Chelsea Crom and getting the deflection. She's doing it all.
And we'll see another deflection there from Deschamps. She'll get another opportunity to block it. That ball will go just out of bounds. That'll be a kill for Lingenfelter. Now serving for the Bulldogs will be number 4, Madison Frazier.
Great hustle from Brooklyn Sand.
Good dig from Harris there. It will all end with the ball being slammed down by number 9, Danny Brown of the Bulldogs.
That was sure an exciting point. Deschamps sending it over on the second hit. Bulldogs recovering, ending up coming away with the point.
We will see a service error there from number 4, Madison Frazier of the Bulldogs, giving the Mystics the lead.
This is big for the Mystics. Even though it's a 1-point lead, they have not sniffed the lead very much here tonight. And hopefully that gives them a little confidence moving forward.
See another kill there from Lingenfelter. Let's tie this game up.
That is her 5th today.
Crafty play there from Deschamps. That'll get the Mystics their 12th point in the lead.
Dukeshire and Deschamps really finding their chemistry together in this game. Really working well, reversing roles there, but it ended up working out.
Well-placed ball there on the kill from number 16, Olivia Roseborough. That'll be a good read by the Mystics there as that ball will go out of bounds.
That was a close one, but Brooklyn Sand made the right call. She's been seeing a lot of action today. Coach Kyle Keither must like what he's seeing from her. What a hustle from the Bulldogs.
Huge dig from Harris there after that block. And Carthel with a nicely placed attack, giving the Mystics their 14th point.
Fantastic effort from both sides all around on this play. Bulldogs scrambling twice, Piper Harris with the huge dig. And ultimately, Emerson Carful finds the weak spot.
Number 9, Yanni Brown.
Some sort of a line violation there. That'll be a point for the Bulldogs. Maybe a faulty rotation.
That was my read on it. I can't say for sure, but that's a tough one for the Mystics to give up.
For sure. See a big attack there from number 17, Avery Look. She'll get the kill.
Timeout, Mystics.
Now the Mystics are in crunch time. Coach Kyle Keither trying to figure out what is the ideal squad. How are we going to run our plays, give ourselves the best chance for success. Montana Western still hitting at a .317 hitting percentage, which if they were to finish out this match would be their best percentage so far on the year. Mystics defense just has not found its rhythm. Montana Western has just been far from predictable, spreading out the ball and making it very hard for the Mystics to figure out where that ball is headed. Taylor Peterson, number 18, has 21 assists, and Sophie Warden has 10. Those two have been expertly coordinating this offense for the Bulldogs.
Well, Isaiah, how do you foresee this one playing out?
It's tough to say. Only a 1-point deficit. I think the Mystics could potentially push this one into set 4, but it's been tough sledding all the way. They really, if they want to get back into this one, though, they need to fortify their defense and find some good patterns to run in order to get themselves good looks.
Most definitely. Here comes the serve from number 20, Morgan Harrison of the Bulldogs. You could argue she's probably not the one they want to see on the other end right now.
I could believe it.
Number 16, Lydia Roseborough.
It'll be a kill for Roseboro.
Summer Thomas went up with everything and got absolutely denied.
That'll be a nice cross-court attack from number 17, Avery Look.
Avery Look just having her way, manipulating Piper Harris's eyes. She overran the ball, found a nice zone.
Short serve there from Morgan Harrison will result in a Mystics point.
Interestingly, that is the 7th service error for the Bulldogs. That's really been keeping the Mystics in this set and the previous one.
Agreed. It seems like when their serves are on, they're getting the aces, they're getting everything going in their favor. It all ends due to some service error.
Nora Dominic couldn't quite land that kill. And the Mystics are once again within one. They're hanging around.
Number 16, Olivia Roseborough.
It'll be a kill for Roseboro. Now serving will be number 7, the libero, Ketchum.
What a night she's had. see Chelsea Crom back in the game. She's struggled to get her consistency going, which is usually her strength. But the Mystics want to come back. They could really use her presence in the middle.
We will see 4 hits there on Montana Western. We will have a tie set here now.
Mainly these self-inflicted errors from Montana Western keeping BSC's hopes alive.
Avery Look did not like the look of the scoreboard. She gives the Bulldogs their 19th point with her kill.
She's now in double figures with 10 kills and a .643 percentage. What a night.
We will see a ball sent out of bounds there by Chelsea Crom of the Mystics. That'll put number 4, Madison Frazier, up to serve for the Bulldogs with a 1-point lead now at 20 points. She sends a serve long. It'll be a point Mystics in a tie game at 20s.
The 8th service error for the Montana Western Bulldogs. Mystics still alive.
A nice dig by Sand, however, nobody was there. Serving for the Bulldogs, number 6, Jada Ward. Ball sent straight up into the ceiling, going straight back down. We have another tie game here.
What a back and forth affair. Mystics can't afford to let this one slide if they have any hope of pulling this one out in the Armory. That's huge. Delaney Deschamps, an ace. And we have a timeout from Coach Katie Lovett. Wow, Eli, Mystics keeping this one alive. What have you seen from them that's been prompting this comeback?
Well, it's hard to say. I don't know if the Mystics have picked it up or if the Bulldogs have dropped it down a level, but it seems like the hits are falling. They got an ace there, but the attacks are just working in their favor. We've seen some service errors. That has definitely played in the Mystics' favor, as it seems like there's definitely some servers for the Bulldogs that have dominated the Mystics. But when they have errors, definitely gives them an opportunity.
Yeah, you could say that. Interestingly, the kill percentage of the Bulldogs in this set is still very impressive at 296, whereas the Mystics are at 138. So the big difference seems to be coming on the errors, where Bulldogs will just send it over the net, or send it into the net rather, or send a serve flying long. And because of that, the Mystics have clawed their way back into it, and they're up 1 with a chance to push this set, or push this match into set 4.
We will see a kill there from Carfell, and that has everybody pumped. This crowd is excited here.
It's the loudest it's been tonight. Man, that crowd was excited.
We will see a kill coming right back at the Mystics there. That'll be a 1-point game. Ball hit under the net. That'll be the Mystics' 24th point. Match point.
Mystics have 2 set points. The crowd's on their feet. They want to see more volleyball.
Thomas will get an opportunity to end the game, but that ball will go just long. That'll be a point for the Bulldogs.
Wow, that was close.
Sure was. Considering we see the Bulldogs get a point here, we will bear witness to extended play.
We see a timeout as the pep band of the Mystics pumping out some tunes, hyping up the crowd. Mystics finally have an opportunity to close out a set, and this is where it's been tricky. Against Dickinson State on Wednesday, they were in a very similar position, up 24-23, but gave up 3 consecutive points, and that made it very difficult. Bit of an update on the stat board. Reese Dukeshire now at 14 kills and a .258 percentage. Avery Look with 10, hitting .600. Delaney Deschamps continuing to be a prolific setter at 25 assists. Crowd rises again as guess who is serving? Morgan Harrison.
It seems fitting given the situation. That'll be a kill for Avery Look, and it seems like 2 of the main players in this series have shined here. It is now match point. The crowd is standing up. People are energized here, hoping to witness the first set victory for the Mystics here tonight in the Armory. And we will see it courtesy of Chelsea Crom's slam dunk.
That is huge for the Mystics. Looking down, looking like there was no way back, but huge 2 points after giving up those 2 set points they had, coming back strong. And we have more volleyball for you folks tonight. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
Armor up and lock down a career in cybersecurity with a 2- or 4-year degree from Bismarck State College. You will defend the world against cyber attacks, from intrusion defense to pen testing and more, through our hands-on program. With online and on-campus options, this federally recognized program is designated as a Center of Academic Excellence by the NSA and DHS, making you in demand for this high-paying career. Hackers and Defenders Wanted. Apply today.
I knew I needed to go back to school.
For my family.
To break the cycle.
To find my passion.
Challenging for sure.
But I knew it would be worth it.
With flexible online and on-campus classes, access to academic support,
and connections to business and industry partnerships,
I found the right degree.
And the right career.
For the right price.
I found my flex.
At Bismarck State College.
It's your turn.
Welcome back to the Armory. Mystics pulled off an improbable comeback in set 3. And the statistics don't tell the story. The Montana Western Bulldogs had 15 kills with a 294 percentage. Mystics had 11 kills with a 139 percentage. The distance, or the difference really came in intangibles and in service errors. Something the Mystics have been struggling with so far all night is getting coordinated. There's been a lot of players bumping into each other, trying to figure out where they're supposed to be and what their role is. But Montana Western really struggling with the serves, hitting a lot into the net, sending them out of bounds, and that was just enough for the Mystics to take advantage. Now, can they be opportunistic and push this momentum into set 4? They finally got the crowd involved on their feet, and that is really important for this squad. When the crowd's into it, they play a lot better.
So yes, can they be opportunistic? My answer here are gonna have to be down a set.
A note for the Bulldogs is we have not seen Jordan Olson or Jaden Perez, two of their best players. And even then, they're still playing and attacking with brutal efficiency. Just showing the depth of this squad. They're really rebounding after getting swept by Valley City State at home. You like to see this resilience as a Montana Western fan.
We see a quick start here, courtesy of the kill from Roseboro of the Bulldogs.
That's been a very high percentage play for the Bulldogs all day. Quick set to the middle, and you get that downward trajectory. That is awfully hard to stop if you're the Mystics.
We'll see a set from Deschamps there over to Carfell, and she will get the kill.
That is Carfell's eighth kill. She is now at a .353 percentage.
And we'll see a kill there from Brendel.
That's what the Mystics have been lacking all day. They've been trying to go across the net, and finally Brendel gets the touch. They've been struggling on that one. It's huge for them if those are going to start falling.
See a serve go long there from the Mystics. That'll be the second point here for the Bulldogs. Now serving for the Bulldogs will be Taylor Ketchum.
Back-to-back service errors, and that has been a theme all night. Just not the most clean, consistent play from both teams. Montana Western just looked a bit disjointed on that last play. Mystics have them reeling a bit.
Could the Bulldogs be falling apart, or could the Mystics just be putting everything together? Perhaps I jinxed it.
Not you and your jinxes again.
See a back attack there from Duke, sure. Crom will get the kill.
That's what the Mystics want out of Chelsea Crom. She is very strong in the middle. We've seen her falling away on a lot of these attacks, but that is where she excels. Using all of her 6-1 frame, going up and getting vertical, keeping that ball straight. That is where she's great.
We'll see a service ace here for the Mystics, courtesy of Shayna Roach.
That is her 5th service ace, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
Very good save there by Deschamps to keep the Mystics alive. A good dig from Dukeshire, set up to Crom, and Crom will drop one. Great efforts by all of the Mystics, earning themselves a hard-earned point.
Wow, look at that dive from Shayna Roach. Deschamps keeping it alive. And Dukeshire with also a huge dig. Man, this team is finally starting to come together. They're taking advantage of these opportunities Montana Western is giving them, and they're now back in the game. We have not seen the score in favor of the Mystics. They haven't had this big of a lead all night so far. Following play today, Bismarck State will host Montana Tech at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And Montana Western will travel to face Dickinson State. Mystics on a bit of a run here, trying to preserve the momentum after that strategic timeout from Coach Katie Lovett.
We'll see a service ace here again, courtesy of Shayna Roach.
She's attacking that corner again, liking what she sees, and 2 aces is huge. Big swing for the Mystics.
We'll see a rally there go in favor of the Mystics. And Roach will get to serve again.
Delaney Deschamps, the only one there, going straight up and forcing that error from the Bulldogs.
See a kill there from Kennedy Lingenfelter. Now serving Addison Frazier.
She's coming off of back-to-back service errors, looking to make up for it right here.
Good eyes by the Bulldogs defense. That ball will go long out of bounds, giving the Bulldogs their 5th point.
miscommunication on that set.
We'll see a block there from Brendel.
We're finally seeing the Mystics get things together. It took a while, but now they're looking sharp. Playing good defense, getting the digs. That was a heck of a dig from Brooklyn Sand, but they couldn't quite read the ceiling and keep that one alive.
Kill there from Reese Duksher as it ricochets off the defenders and goes out of bounds of the Bulldogs. Another kill there for Reese Duksher.
Her 15th. Mystics have their biggest lead of the day at 6.
Yes, it is to note that they are doubling the score of the Bulldogs here. Ball out no man's land for the Mystics. That'll give the Bulldogs the point.
Brooklyn Sand and Shayna Roach really putting in some good minutes today for this squad, finding some huge digs and keeping some tough plays alive.
Attack from Thomason just out of bounds. Serving again here for the Bulldogs is number 18, Taylor Peterson. And we'll see a service error here again.
That is service error number 10 for the Bulldogs.
We'll see a ball sent out of bounds on the kill attempt from sorry. There was some disagreement on that call.
That is ace number 7 for the Mystics. And they're finding so much success in that back corner. They are attacking libero Taylor Ketchum right now, and it is working out. Mystics hitting percentage so far in this set is at .278, by far their best out of any set thus far.
Great effort there by the Mystics to get that ball back over and stay alive. Can't mess with that ceiling monster. That'll be a point for the Mystics.
That is kill number 16 for Reese Dukeshire. What a night for her. Coach Katie Lovett wants to talk things over. And wow, what an impressive comeback from BSC. They were hanging on for dear life in set 3 at Montana Western, just letting them back in the game with some errors, many service errors. And now BSC has a 300 percentage on 8 kills, led by Reese Dukeshire at 16. They're looking tough to beat right now. Could they pull the comeback down 2-0? Right now it's looking like a real possibility. What do you think about their chances, Eli?
They've got momentum. That's what I can say. I mean, we're looking at a dominant 4th set here. They take this one, they're all tied up in terms of sets. But that's not just it. They've got all the momentum going into that 5th and final set. It would be hard after losing this set this commandingly for the Bulldogs to come back from that.
Mystics in a great position to close this one out. We have not seen any matches go to 5 sets in the Armory here this year yet, but this is looking like it could very well be the first.
Another service ace there. That'll give the Montana Western Bulldogs their 10th point.
Definitely not what the Mystics were looking for out of that timeout.
Nope. Dukeshire will send that one long. Montana Western advancing to 11 points. Perhaps not the 2 rallies the Mystics were envisioning following that timeout.
Certainly not. They're looking a little bit more disorganized. They've got to maintain this momentum if they want to close this one out. That'll help.
Ball sent long out of bounds. That'll be the 19th point here for the Mystics.
Bulldogs wanted a tip on that one, but could not get that out of referee.
Neither team giving up here. We'll see a ball called or spiked cross court by Brendel, called out of bounds. The Mystics disagreeing with that call. I won't say too much. Like to point out Isaiah with a great catch there on a ball sent over here.
It was my turn. Eli gets all the balls. I needed to take my turn. Came right at me. I was ready.
Got to save the equipment.
Yeah, no kidding. Save my face too.
Yeah, no
That's where it was headed.
Probably the more important part of this.
I don't know. You could debate about that. Looks like we got a break here. Maybe Coach Keither called timeout, looking to halt the momentum of the Montana Western Bulldogs. The hitting percentage for the Mystics has quickly dropped to 107 after those last few points, as Montana Western has rallied the troops defensively and gotten back into this one. 6 points is still a lot, but it's feeling like a completely different set than it was just a few points ago. Hope you guys enjoy the serenade of All-Star from the pep band.
Now serving here for the Bulldogs will be number 1, Sophie Warden. We'll see a ball hammered by number 17, Avery Look, and that'll be a kill.
Avery Look at 13 kills.
We'll see a big block there from Look and Lingenfelter.
All the momentum shifted to Montana Western.
Short intermission. Ball got eaten up by the ominous hallways of the Armory here.
It's got to happen at least once every match. Surprised it hasn't happened yet. Maybe just the momentum shift the Mystics need.
Lingenfelter goes up and that ball comes down. That'll be the 16th point for the Bulldogs from the kill, courtesy of Lingenfelter.
Absolute brutality from Lingenfelter. No chance for the Mystics.
Another service error there. Mystics' 21st point.
Right now, the most important thing for both sides seems to be just keeping the ball in bounds, especially on serves. So many points have swung that way.
Another kill for Lingenfelter there. She's definitely stepping up and hitting balls hard.
She does have 9 kills now. She's really gotten involved in the latter half of this match. Crafty by Crom. Realizing there was a vacant side of that defense and just tipping it over. Really well done.
See a kill there from Dukeshire on a ball ricocheting off of a Bulldogs defender going out into the hallway of the Armory here. 2 and just a few points here, and definitely hard to retrieve here. And that might have gone outside from the looks of it.
Just got a peek of the ominous hallway. Eats a lot of balls.
Serving here for the Bulldogs will be number 18, Taylor Peterson. Good save from Frazier, the Bulldogs there. See a spike attack from Dukeshire go into the net. It'll be a point for the Bulldogs. Huge misdirectional play there by Deschamps. They were not ready for that one.
That is kill number 3 for number 3, Delaney Deschamps, who has a chance to end it from the service line. Mystics up 24-19 in set 4.
Following that, we'll see a kill from number 9, Danny Brown. The Bulldogs are going to need quite the rally here to come back. Harrison set to serve here. See a big slam dunk from number 16, Roseboro.
Timeout, Mystics.
Mystics would call a timeout.
Mystics with a 6-point lead late in this one. It's now down to 2. They're up 24-22. Montana Western trying to hype themselves up, and well-deserved after those few plays. Morgan Harrison has been a terror to the Mystics from the service line all day, and there she's really hyping up her team. Biggest thing for Montana Western is to just get the ball in bounds on this serve. That has been a problem for them. Morgan Harrison has been pretty reliable for them so far tonight, but Mystics not looking super comfortable. Coach Keither just looking for that knockout blow. Mystics need to finish this one out if they have any hope of going to set 5. Crowd is on their feet. A good majority of them, at least.
Well, we will see a ball received by Harrison, sent up into the ceiling, and it comes back down in a skew angle. That'll be the 25th point for the Mystics. That'll put us into the 5th set.
See a big cheer from President of BSC, Dr. Dan Langang, right on the other side of the net, as it seems to be some sort of delay here. And looks like we're good. We're moving on to set number 5. Mystics prevail 25-22, and we will be right back after these messages for the decisive final set. We are now in the decisive set 5 of this match between the home BSC Mystics and the away Montana Western Bulldogs. It has been a dogfight. Mystics showing they can go toe-to-toe with Montana Western, a team they really struggled against. They lost in straight sets when they played Montana Western earlier this year, but now they have fought back from down 0-2 Now we're tied 2-2 in set 5 with a chance for the Mystics to prevail.
Starting us off here will be a serve from Piper Harris of the Mystics. Chelsea Crom will get the kill for the Mystics, giving them the first point of this final set.
Incredible hustle from Piper Harris, from Reese Dukeshire, keeping the play alive for your excellent middle hitter, Chelsea Crom, to finish it off.
We'll see a block there from the Bulldogs. That'll be their first point here in this 5th set. Now serving for the Bulldogs is number 2, Savannah Warburton. Attempted back attack from Reese Dukeshire will be sent long. Second point to the Bulldogs.
Mystics just got a little too greedy on that one. Dukeshire did not end up having a great look as Piper Harris had to send that one up. Just got to be a little more conservative as BFC.
Good efforts from the Mystics there. However, number 11, Nora Dominic of the Bulldogs went up and slammed it down.
You can tell how badly both teams want it. Early timeout for Coach Geether. Early point swings are so important in this 5th set. It's only to 15 points. So this 2-point lead might not look so big, but considering they have 10 less points to score, these points start looking a whole lot more important. Some other action around the Frontier Conference on this Friday evening. Montana State University Northern traveled to Mayville State, where they swept 3-0. Providence traveled to Valley City State, and Montana Western at Bismarck State, the game you are watching here tonight. Bellevue travels to Rocky Mountain, and Montana Tech is facing Dickinson State. They are in the midst of that match. Tomorrow, Montana Western will face Dickinson State. Montana Tech will come here for a match against Bismarck State. So be sure to join us back here at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Montana State University Northern is taking on Valley City State at 1. Providence and Mayville State will duke it out, and Bellevue and Carroll will cap off the Frontier Conference action this weekend at 6:30 in Helena, Montana.
We'll see a block there from Dominic. My guess is that Coach Kyle Keither took that timeout early to make sure nothing got out of hand too early. The Bulldogs did not let that faze them there. Carfeld with a response. She gets a tip over the blockers of the Bulldogs. That'll be a kill for her.
It's big time. 2-4 feels way more manageable than 1-5 in this short final set. That is her 10th kill.
Ball sent long there by Rose Burrow. 4-3.
Shayna Roach continuing to serve. She has had some excellent serves today. Great movement on the ball, keeping the Bulldogs off balance.
We have a tie ball game, folks.
Look at this hustle. The shop with the block, and she was fired up. 2 hops. Mystics on a run. 4 straight. They have the lead.
Another huge kill there from number 17, Avery Look. That can definitely change some momentum.
That is not the situation you want to be in as the Mystics is kill leader on the Bulldogs, Avery Look. Going up against only Delaney Deschamps on that short right side. Probably some miscommunication from the Mystics.
Kill from number 16, Chelsea Crom there will give the Mystics the lead here.
It's been an uncharacteristically low percentage night for Chelsea Crom, as she averages over 350 in hitting percentage, but she gets a kill there when it matters the most. Deschamps again with the rejection.
Nora Dominic picks up a kill there. We're all tied up again. Crom had a response.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This combo is working wonders for the Mystics. What a placement from Crom on that ball.
We're all tied up again.
What a finish to this absolute dogfight in the Armory.
Huge kill there from Reese Ducher.
Number 18 for Ducher, contributing to her incredible night so far. Team switching sides here at the 15-point mark. Delaney Deschamps is dialed in for the Mystics right now, finding the attacker she wants on the Mystics, and now Crom comes out. Emerson Carfell, Summer Thomas come in, Shayna Roach also out. Mystics trying to win with this lineup. See if they can preserve some momentum. It appears a timeout was called by Katie Lovett of the Bulldogs. This has just got to be a huge confidence booster for Kyle Keither's squad. Is coming in, having a rough go at it in the Frontier Conference competition, but they're playing tough. Looked rough early, but even in set 3, felt like if they won that one, they just weren't doing enough to stay in this one, but they really came back. Ever since set 4, they've looked a lot sharper. They've worked together better, less collisions, better communication. And right now, Delaney Deschamps is dialed in for the Mystics, and that is good news. She did not miss a single play on Wednesday, and that trend is continuing as she is now serving for the Mystics.
Ball sent off the ceiling on the receive. That'll be an ace for Deschamps.
Kylie Hubner of the Mystics absolutely pumped from the bench.
Big save there from Sandon Harris. Unfortunately, that ball didn't make its way back over the net.
Delaney Deschamps a bit confused there, as that was the third hit. She thought she still had another one to work with.
We'll see a little misjudgment there by the Mystics. That'll give the Montana Western Bulldogs their 9th point, tying the game up here.
An ace when it matters most for Jada Ward. What a hustle from Piper Harris. Incredible stuff.
Every player of both teams really digging deep here. Nobody wants to give in. Nobody wants to lose.
Look at this save from Piper Harris. Laying out, putting your body on the line, that's what it takes. Credit to the Bulldogs regrouping and finishing that one off.
We'll see a serve called out there. Another service error tying the game up.
Just over and over, the errors have halted the momentum. And that is 13.
Service ace there, courtesy of Ducher. That is huge.
Enormous.
See a block there from Carfell, energizing the crowd, energizing the team. The Mystics are hyped up after that one. That'll be the 12th point, giving them the lead.
Carfell was absolutely pumped as Crom comes in to replace Thomas, the finisher for the Mystics.
And a huge block from Crom. What great timing.
Another block. This place is deafening. Emerson Carfell coming right back after that attack error. Telling her teammates, my bad. Owning it, coming back with 2 straight blocks. What a way to rebound. That's what you love to see from the Mystics. They're showing grit, determination. What a match. Montana Western does lead the block column with 9 as opposed to BSC's 5. But boy, did those two really matter. As Mystics showing the clutch gene. They haven't been able to finish in some of these matches so far, but they are 2 points away from an enormous win in the Armory.
An attack there from Warburton sent right at Harris. That'll be deflected off of Harris and go out of bounds. That'll be a kill for Warburton. 1 point ball game here. Warburton will get to serve. Will be received by Dutra. Set from Deschamps to Crom. She'll hammer that down, and that'll be a kill. This will be match point. Everybody in the Armory standing up. This is potentially the greatest point of their season.
Shayna Roach is who you want serving right now. She's been crafty.
We'll see another kill there from Look of the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are not going to go down without a fight.
Mystics once again, match point.
Serving in another big moment is Harrison of the Bulldogs. Kill there from Lingenfelter will tie us up here at 14s. Timeout Mystics.
That's just hard to swallow for this squad. 1 point away. Crowd was on their feet. And once again, just gave up 2 straight. Can they follow the path of set number 4 and keep it going into this extended period? We will see. Eli, wow, what a roller coaster of a match we've had here today. What are your thoughts on how the Mystics can close this one out, keep that momentum going?
Man, I don't have the answers, but I'm entertained. I will tell you that.
Are you not entertained?
I mean, that's the best way to put it. This is a potential reverse sweep in the making. We're tied up at 14s. This would be one heck of a way for a reverse sweep to end.
Avery Look having an absolutely career night. 15 kills, 300 percentage. Reese Duksher with a total of 18 kills, followed by Emerson Carfell with 10. Absolutely enormous point in the making right here. Interesting formation for the Mystics is 3 players bunched up on the front left of the net.
Crom with an amazing placement on that tip. That'll earn herself the kill, put the Mystics at 15 points and have the potential to put it all away here.
What a play call by Kyle Keither.
Mystics will find themselves with a good setup here. They'll go to Crom. She'll get blocked. Harris, the pass. Deschamps, set. Duksher with the kill. And we have a reverse sweep in the Armory.
This crowd is absolutely alive. What a performance for the Mystics. Coming back all the way down 0-2 and finishing it 2 straight points, knotted at 14. They get the victory, their second in Frontier Conference play. What an absolute entertainer tonight. And Mystics fans will be happy with the outcome of this one. They are still cheering in the Armory after play today. Montana Western will travel to Dickinson State to face the Blue Hawks. And we'll be right back here where the Mystics will face Montana Tech, looking to rebound from a tough loss against them earlier in the season. But congratulations to the Bismarck State College Mystics volleyball team for an absolutely huge win in the Armory on this Friday night. I hope you will join me tomorrow afternoon for Montana Tech versus Bismarck State College. Have a great night.